ground it all down pretty smooth. And but I figured it's gonna paint it black because then you won't stick out as much as silver or different color. Plus it's black already. So I think that'll look all right. Okay, I'm gonna install those shortly here. I just had this all together. I wasn't filming at all, but I went to pull the throttle, make sure everything's located right. And look at this is the throttle cable. It's all rusty, rotted right out. Garbage. I think I got another one though. I think I got a brand new one. I'm hoping. I know I bought one for that chopper back there. And yep, and it was the pull cable too. This one that pulls it, yeah, that's the most important one. So yeah, there's the other end of it right there. It's just all rust. Probably a good time to replace both of them. So I'm gonna cut this apart, fix that. But yeah, that looks better, a little wider. It's going to be nice, easier to work on the brakes. And I'm gonna finish this all up tomorrow. That's it for tonight. I'm gonna run around all day. Okay.
So, Papa.
Yeah.
That's yours and Shannon. That is mine.
Right. Okay. How about you two pass it and try to score on it?
No. Okay, Papa, you're on my team. No. Okay, you guys against me.
Bentley, you need a bigger stick. Much bigger stick. You can have this one when we're done. I'll cut it to the side. That stick's way too short for you. You hold your stick like this, it should come to your chin. Lou's way too short. You got another one?
Yeah, but it's way too big. It's up to my.
Okay,
it's
we'll
all
cut.
up to here.
I'll cut this one after. Okay, shoot.
How can you cut it?
Don't raise it, you'll hurt your brother. Oh shit, I almost tripped you.
I know. Happened. That was my 5th time that almost happened.
Okay, try to shoot. Oh, look at that.
And you go up in it.
High five. Bentley's fast though.
Yeah.
Ready? Oh, I should have hit my stick. 1-1. You shoot, Jen. You gotta shoot. Good save.
No, how? First to 5 rule.
Oh, he scored.
I have 2. You have 1.
2-1. Hey, Jen, I'm gonna pass it. You get ready for the pass. Pass back. Nice pass. Okay, I'm gonna shoot. You go over there, Chen. You go over there. I'm gonna pass. Actually, you go over there. I'll pass it to you. Ready? Oh, I stick on the ice.
Bentley, get it. It's on his side.
Where'd the other one
He
go?
has to get it. The other one's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, I have 3. 3 to 1.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Oh, good check.
Dylan. Barely.
Yeah.
2 to 3.
3-2.
Guess what happened one time? One time when I scored already, yes, I bonked my head and fell over.
Oh, boy.
That was the funniest moment. I was like,
Okay.
doing.
Ready?
Ow. Did it! Whoa. Ready?
Just putting the new cables in. The pole cable was rotted right out. I know I had it here, but it was completely rust on the inside. So I just picked up some new cables there from TJ's down in Corona. And there's a little bit of a trick to adjusting these, but not too much. First, just put them all in loose. Make sure they're nice and loose, both cables. Like, don't even adjust the adjusters yet or anything. Just get everything all lined up in there. Get them hooked into the throttle up here. And You can button this all up nice and tight now. Once you got it all hooked up and button it up tight, leave all the play in here. And then the first one you go to adjust is the pull cable, the throttle. This one here there's no gas in there luckily. So yeah, you can, this one here, and you want to take the play out and just, you set it for where you like it. I might have it too tight there, but you want at least 1/8 of an inch there. You always want a little bit of free play there. And then I can't do it with the bike in the stand here, but you turn the steering to the left and to the right and check it all the way through. Make sure you got the same free play all the way through, because if you don't have this cable wrapped through here right and you turn and it's rubbing on something, it's going to pull that throttle wide open when you lean into a corner, right? So you want to make sure that's free. Once you got that set and you got the right free play, which is right about there, then you start tackling the pullback cable. That's the emergency cable. If your pull cable breaks and you got no return on your, or if the return spring on your carburetor breaks, that's where you run into problems. So you crank the throttle wide open and that return spring breaks. Now your throttle's stuck wide open. How do you close it? That's what the pull cable does. It manually pulls that shut. So once you do that, then you grab the return cable, which is this one here, the closest one to the camera, this one, and you just keep lifting it up and down here. It moves up and down, and then you slowly, when I started, it was right out of the holder, it was right up to here. So then you start tightening it, and I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch free play there, but there's also a spring in there in this one. There's a spring sitting in here in case you do over tighten it a little bit, and you got a little bit of free play with that spring as well too. Then you can tighten them both up. If I over tighten the manual return one, if I over tighten that, it'll lock the throttle. It'll lock it right up. It'll just stay at any position you want it in. It won't return, won't go forward. So you don't want to ever over tighten that one. You always want a little bit of free play in there. And the same thing, turn the steering wheel back and forth, make sure the cable's free. That's how you set those suckers up. Okay, I'm just gonna put a connector here just to keep those two locked in place there. Probably don't need that, but if these cables are tied together, less chance of something to get hooked in them. And then I've got it going through the frame in here, and this clamp, and then the tank sits over top like that. So I think that's ready to go. I got this on here. Everything's tight here. I'm ready to do the brakes now. So this can go down there. That should be like that. Forgot to take the masking tape off. Okay, I'm going to do the clutch side now. Got it all back together. And here's my overall width. 31 1/8. I was looking for 31 1/4, so pretty close. I think I'm going to get a mirror. These mirrors just kind of came with the bikes I had, but I think I'm going to get a mirror that sticks out at least to the edge of the handlebars here. You're a little past shoulder. Let's see if I got to adjust these. Yeah. This brake is just right there. The clutch is all right too. It's down a little farther though, but this might have to go down. You want to be able to grab your brake without your fingers hitting. This has to go down a little bit. Yeah. There's a great channel on YouTube called Dave Ross Tuning. He's a professional racer, and all he does now, he's an older guy, he tunes bikes. And he tells you exactly how to have your controls all set up. He's got a lot of videos, but in each video you can learn something. Really good video on handlebar positioning, shock setting, the balance. It's just amazing. And it works for any sort of bike, but and then tread wear on your tires, like on the track. You know, you can tell how you're driving the bike and how you should be driving it. Yeah, this should go down a little bit. Your fingers shouldn't have to. Your fingers shouldn't have to hit this when you're grabbing for that. Yeah, but that's good. I like that. That looks a lot better. lot wider. And now I got lots of room in here to put in the brake banjo bolt and screw around with that. I can work on that next. I think I'm also gonna change out that starter motor, either rebuild it or replace it. And you can get a brand new one for 200 bucks Canadian, this guy in Corunna. So I think I'm gonna pull that apart, which means pulling off the primary again, but it cranks over too slow. It cranks over, you know, it spins. Let's see, I got the plugs loosely sitting in it now. Yeah, that's with the plugs in it. They're just barely in it. And it'll run and start like that, but it's too slow. If I do that for 15-20 seconds, the next time I crank it, it's too slow. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna pull that starter motor out. Maybe clean it up. If you can, he has brush kits there too. If he has a brush kit for it, I might just put a brush kit in, or just replace it. The newer ones, especially the all balls ones, they're way more powerful than the original ones, and they make a more powerful one too for guys that put big bore kits in these things. So yeah, I like a bike that starts. There's no kickstart on this bike. Okay, I think that's it for right now. I'm going to turn that brake lever down a little bit, and I might pull apart that starter motor. I got new seals for these front brakes, but I know that's not the whole problem. I cleaned these all out last year, cleaned them out spotless, but to me the pistons were too tight in the cylinder. Without the O-ring in the brake caliper, those pistons should push in and out with your finger, and these ones didn't. They were tight, so I cleaned them out as best I could, but I think they're varnished. I believe they're varnished. So, I had the hose off there. So I'm gonna pop this apart. Oil leaking everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna pop this little thing out here. I can't find the banjo bolt for the top for that master cylinder. It's an aftermarket one. The stock master cylinder was 10 millimeter and the aftermarket one's 12 millimeter, and I ordered it with that banjo bolt. Do you think I can find that anywhere? I could have sworn I had it on this bench over here. I got all the washers, and the banjo bolts disappeared. I got a whole pile of them over there, brand new ones. They're all 10 millimeter, and I specifically ordered that one. I gotta find it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Just dripping oil everywhere here, making a mess. I got my good pants on, my good jeans on. My wife's gonna kill me. I wrecked every pair of pants I own. Okay, so how I get this out is just blow it out. These were seized in really badly the first time I rebuilt them. And I cleaned them up. Man, I thought I cleaned them up really good, but it's got to be coated with varnish. I might even put that piston in my lathe, spin it with some emery cloth on, like 1,000 grit, 600 grit, or 1,500 grit paper, that piston should push in. With that O-ring out of there, that piston should just almost like fall in there, fall out. Just a real tight fit. But in here, when I push that piston, I can't even get it out. I got to use air pressure to blow the thing out. So I know it's too tight. Okay, I'm going to blow that out. Let me get my air down here. Let's put this down here. I always shove a rag or something in there so when that piston doesn't go flying right straight through, and you don't want it to take your finger off. And here's the washer. Should come out because it wasn't that long ago I did it. There we go. Piston out. I got new O-rings to go in here, so let me get that O-ring out. Because it's sticking, the brake was sticking. I'm going to do both sides. There's the old O-ring. Like, it's a nice shape, it's square, it's not rotted out, but I'm going to put new ones in. It's nice and clean on the inside. The piston's spotless, but maybe there's just a little coat of varnish on there. I don't know, let's try it. Let me take the dust washer out. I believe there's a spring in there. There's the spring, dust seal. Okay, let's see how this piston fits. Oh, that's pretty good like that. That's how you want it. Should be able to just move that in and out like that. So I'll put the O-ring in there now, the new O-ring, and see how that feels. Maybe that old O-ring's just swollen up. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Comes with the new dust seal. A little dab of brake fluid on it. A little dab of brake fluid on this. Put a little bit of air pressure on that. Yeah, that's going in and out fairly easy there now. Get a little bit of air again here. Yeah, should go in nice and easy like that. So that should work good now. This must be like just swollen up from age. Soaking in new oil. That's pretty good there now. Okay, get the new dust seal on here. Want to get that piston out part way, makes it easier. Shove the rag in there. Come on back out. These are tricky to get in, I know they are. There's a little lip it's got to lock into there, like that. Put the spring clip in. Good, there goes my furnace. It was cold here last night, minus 15 degrees there, Celsius. My furnace was kicking on every 15 minutes. Global warming, they say. They're actually saying that the Earth has cooled down a half a degree in the past year. There's no global warming. That was the latest stats out. Just came out. Greta, you're wrong. Weather changes. Okay. That's in there. All the way around, locked in. Okay. That should be good to go. I'll clean this up, get that one on, and I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, I got the new seals and dust seal kit on both sides of these. And the piston moved in and out freely, so I'm thinking it's just that the original seal must be just swollen from being pretty old. This is the SP model. That's why it's got the dual front discs. Only the custom, 1985, only the custom, the ones that were orange and had the tan colored seat, came with the dual front discs. And the SP was the sport model, low glide sport. And I believe it had like a 1 or 2 inch longer forks and longer shocks. I don't know if these shocks are the original. I'd sure like to find them if I could. I think these are 11.5 though. No, these are yeah, 12.5 inches. Yeah, I think that's the original ones. I think the standard ones are like 11.5 or 11 inches. So it's got the taller shocks and a little bit longer forks, dual discs. I think these are stock. I don't know, everybody said they came with plastic ones. These ones are steel. It's got a real shitty clip how that's held in there. And this part's chrome as well too over the tank. I'm pretty sure that's original. It's got the stamp numbers on it. So I just got to find that banjo bolt for this up there, 12 mil. It's in this garage somewhere. Crap, I can't believe I lost that. I just can't believe I set it aside, put it out, made sure I wasn't going to lose it anywhere. And I thought I had it sitting right here with these washers. You can see the these are the new ones for it that are, no, this is the new ones that came with the hose. See the small ones for 10 mil and the big ones for 12 mil, and it came with a 10 mil banjo bolt and a 12 mil one. Gone. Pissed me off. I might have to make one if I can't find one. Should have been right here, but these ones are over there, because these are all the new ones that came with it. But these are all 10 mil. I went through all this box. I know it's not in that box. I don't think I would have thrown it in here, but anyways, that's it for tonight. I think it's 6 o'clock. And I don't want to put the exhaust on yet, but because I think I'm going to pull that derby cover off, and I think I'm going to pull that motor out. Turns over too slow. It's cranking too slow. It's 1985, so it's pretty old. The newer ones are much better. I'm going to pull it off. Now's the time to do it. 2 bolts in here, undo it on the inside, take this off, pull that out, take the bracket off I made. And I think I'll do that tomorrow. That's it.